With us now live is Smriti Irani, and she's in Wayanad, and the Union Minister and Member of Parliament from Amethi is there in the constituency of Rahul Gandhi. And interestingly, all of this is happening on a day when Rahul Gandhi is hitting the news and he's trending for being very, very active in the party circuit in Kathmandu, and pictures of him in a nightclub, multiple pictures of him in a nightclub, a very, very expensive nightclub in Kathmandu, where he's boogieing the night away, are coming out, and that contrast is coming out strong. So Smriti Irani, good afternoon. What do you make of the Rahul party video?
I think it would be beneath my dignity to comment on his personal choices and way of life. I think that if you ask me what my focus is, the Prime Minister's ambitious plan of aspirational districts and seeing how we can enhance ease of living for our citizens is an experience unto itself, where I have seen, at least across 2 aspirational districts, how much focus has welfare schemes come to the forefront of district administrations. I've had the opportunity of seeing Fatehpur, which when the aspirational district program began was at number 111. Today Fatehpur in Uttar Pradesh is at number 8. Wayanad was at 112. Unfortunately, it is still oscillating in the hundreds. So we met with the district collector to see what are the efforts that can be undertaken across segments such as health, nutrition, education, so that Wayanad performs better. I have been assured by the district administration that they will work towards bettering their infrastructure, especially for the poorest of the poor, and that includes health, education, and especially skilling, which is a challenge within the district.
But it's focus on Wayanad. I mean, obviously there's a political angle to it, Obviously you're putting the pressure on him, because we had a lot of locals talking to us and saying they've never seen Rahul Gandhi there. He's not been very active since the elections.
I don't think, Arnab, you can call this as a political pressure on an entity who is not interested in politics, or for that matter, service of the people.
Well, why do you say? Why do you say he's not?
कहीं एक इच्छा हो जनता की सेवा करने की.
जरूर इच्छा तो होनी चाहिए. हमारे रिपोर्टर जो है लोकल रेजिडेंट्स के साथ बात कर रहे थे.
Experience as a representative of Amethi.
हाँ.
What the gentleman has done in his 15 years of being a representative of a district. Amethi had households which had only 20% toilets. Today, after Amethi bid goodbye to Rahul Gandhi, we have 100% toilet facility available across all households. Amethi had around 50% households without electricity. After Rahul Gandhi bid us goodbye, in fact, the voters forced him out of Amethi. Today, 100% connections are available there. Amethi never had a district collector's office while Rahul Gandhi was the MP. Today, Amethi has a district collector's office. In fact, ironically, the Amethi then MP was known for his international travels, but Amethi got its first passport kendra when Narendra Modi became Prime Minister. And we came into a position of service.
I also believe, Smriti Irani, that people's personal choices is not a subject of worthy discussion. Whether you're at a nightclub, expensive nightclub, you're at a party.
Well, it would be beneath my dignity, yes. But I also understand to make a comment on him personally, especially given that I fought against him in Amethi. But I can understand the public outrage that is emanated post the posting of that video in a public space.
Yeah, because here's a person who's been lecturing to everyone about responsibility, about that you're not doing enough work. Where the Congress Twitter handle says, "Desh mein sankat chaya hai, magar sahab ko videsh bhaya hai," in a reference to the Prime Minister. No, so then that contrast is.
Please tell me, Arnab, when was Rahul Gandhi ever known for a temperament to work?
Yeah, but he's still seen to be the past and future president, Congress president.
Congress party will talk about kisko videsh bhaya hai. It is ironical, but when did you ever think that Rahul Gandhi took upon himself the notion that he has to serve people? The family has always been known to serve its own causes and its own self.
But you know, the party is in power. I don't know if you've seen the images
Like
that
the
came in
Prime
from
Minister
Jodhpur
says,
today.
Ab
The
kam se
pictures,
kam.
the pictures from Jodhpur are frightful,
Prime
and there are
Minister
people
said
with swords
in Germany,
in their hands, and there are riots, riotous situations in Jodhpur. There was Karoli recently. So responsibility is not something which someone has to be reminded about, right? It's a question of priority. I'm also not commenting on an individual being at a party
but don't
or
be
whatever.
worried. I think that the Congress will abdicate responsibility for such a sorry state of affairs and give the Gandhi family a clean chit. Much has changed, like the Prime Minister enunciated in Germany. अब कोई प्रधानमंत्री ये नहीं कहेगा कि 1 रुपया भेजता हूं तो 15 पैसा पहुंचता है. Insofar as the state of Rajasthan goes, the challenge of law and order is for everybody to bear witness. But is today's incident just a standalone incident?
Well, it's been a series.
And why do you think Rahul Gandhi would be a conscientious enough congressman to express outrage, concern, or find the time to find a solution? Or in fact demand an answer from the Rajasthan government and especially its chief minister for an abysmal state of affairs?
No, I only feel that, the visuals are very
so
striking and people are talking about these visuals today.
The party is so confounded that it needed an outside strategist to tell them what to do.
Yeah, and who also couldn't get much of an entry.
No party which is tied up in PPTs about its own future can secure the future of any Indian.
But it's a question of responsibility. Viewers, there are two sets of pictures today. There is Smriti Irani in Wayanad, which is going door to door.
Do you actually expect
she's going,
Rahul Gandhi to be responsible?
No. I'm just contrasting the pictures. Look at these are pictures that are coming in from Jodhpur, Congress Room State.
Haven't you been a witness enough?
Rahul, yeah. No, but Smriti, there is a contrast I must present to my viewers. There is Smriti Irani, ladies and gentlemen. She's got door to door. She's on a blitzkrieg tour. She's talking to me live right now. She's gone to Wayanad. And she's on some kind of a real sort of mission there. She's chairing a meeting of the collectorate, reviewing process, government-funded schemes, meeting people, including tribal leaders. And there's Rahul Gandhi. Now, these are a question of personal choices. But Smriti, though you're trying to be politically correct, this contrast is going out to the people, whether you like it or not. This contrast is very, very obvious. It's a question of priorities. Do you think as someone?
What I'm extremely compound.
Yes.
What I'm extremely confounded by when you speak of priorities is that today, in my recollection of all the work done within the district by the administration, it came to the fore that out of 1,90,000 households in the district, 1,35,000 households do not have a household tap connection. And I very politely asked that was this a concern ever raised by the local MP? I was told no. So if you look at the priorities from an administrative point of view, definitely Mr. Gandhi falls short. But is it the first time that he is falling short or proving to be administratively incompetent?
But the defense today, Smriti, that the Congress has put out is Rahul Gandhi needs to have a life. And he needs his me time, his downtime, his free time. He needs to be allowed to travel outside, and he needs to recharge his batteries. And there's no business anyone has to ask questions about that.
I understand your need to bait me into a conversation.
No, not at all. Not at all. I just want your thoughts on it. This is a public conversation. I'm not baiting you. I'm not, Smriti, I'm not baiting you. Let me tell you. It's being spoken about.
I'm only proud of the fact. I'm only proud of the fact, Arnab.
Yeah.
That I have a Prime Minister today who has worked incessantly for 8 years without a single day off work.
No, the country is proud of there's no comparison. There's no comparison there, so there can't be a contrast. There's no comparison there at all.
There is no comparison.
No, but then the question is
why would I reflect on those who are politically inept?
No, but I feel that people who do not find the time to address people's issues public issues, they should leave the political space. This is my view.
No wonder the Congress needs a PPT.
No, but the Prime Minister said yesterday that today the people demand more.
No,
he said in his speech, but he said in his speech in Germany last night, he said the people of the country has changed, people demand more, and therefore my question to you is, should people who fail in their responsibility to be available to the people who elected them leave the political space? I'm talking about Rahul Gandhi.
Rahul Gandhi was never voted into a position of power because of competence. Rahul Gandhi was never voted into a position of power because of administrative excellence. There was a huge, I think, compliment that he carried politically because of his political genes and the political mathematics that makes him MP Wayanad today. The people of Wayanad know that he did not choose Wayanad out of love, but out of compulsion. They literally hunted for that one seat where he could be comfortable. अब युवराज है तो कांग्रेस पार्टी कंफर्ट तो उनका देखेगी ही.
Are you going to keep coming back to Wayanad, or is it a one-off trip?
जनता की कंफर्ट की चिंता करती कांग्रेस पार्टी तो ऐसा ना होता कि आज मैं अमेठी से वायनाड आई हूं और वो केरल से काठमांडू गए हैं.
तो आप कह रहे हैं आपको आना पड़ा, मतलब कि इतनी परिस्थिति वहां पे इतनी खराब है कि आपको आना पड़ा, वहां पे डोर टू डोर जाना पड़ा, एक इवैल्यूएशन करनी पड़ी.
मुझे उत्तर प्रदेश के सांसद होने के नाते इस बात का बहुत फक्र है कि साल 2018 में एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट की श्रेणी में 111वें पद पे जो फतेहपुर था, आज वो 8वें पद पे है, रैंक पे है. वायनाड 112वें पे था और आज जैसे कि मैंने कहा, अगर आप डेल्टा रैंकिंग देखें फरवरी की तो 108वें पद पे है. ये एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट का कार्यक्रम इसलिए किया गया, चाहे सांसद हो, जिला प्रशासन हो, सब मिलकर जो गरीब हैं उनकी परिस्थितियों को बेहतर करें. लेकिन प्रश्न ये उठता है अर्नब कि राहुल को गरीब की चिंता थी कब, जो आज आप उस अपेक्षा को लेकर बैठे हैं.
तो अपेक्षा मेरी नहीं है, वायनाड के लोगों की जरूर होगी.
और मैं तो कहती हूँ बाय ऑल मीन्स द कांग्रेस पार्टी शुड रिटेन राहुल गांधी, फॉर ही हैज नाउ बिकम दैट डिवाइन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ व्हाट अ डिजास्टर पॉलिटिकल डायनेस्ट कैन बी.
Are you going to come back to Wayanad, or is it a one-off? Are you going to keep coming back to Wayanad? Because there's some buzz now that from Kathmandu, Rahul Gandhi may fly straight to Wayanad.
I have no idea what his itinerary is, but I'm sure, as the Congress party said, that he needed his time off. He must be needing his time off, but obviously the public today is wondering, time off from what?
Well, Smriti, thanks very much in your busy schedule in Wayanad for joining us.
My position again is this.
Yes, go on.
My position again is this. What his personal choices are best left to him. The question that begets the Congress party, why are they so choiceless when it comes to a burden called the Gandhi family?
Well, fantastic. I find Smriti Irani totally on the aggressive. Rahul Gandhi nowhere to be seen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm told he was last seen at a very, very expensive pub called Lord of the Drinks or something. So Rahul Gandhi is at the Lord of the Drinks pub, last seen in Kathmandu, boogieing away, and Smriti Irani is in Wayanad. I need say nothing more. Thank you very much, Smriti Irani, for joining me. Thank you. Thank you. These pictures tell the story. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, as